Good morning. I'm doing an interesting part of the guitar build today. I'm selecting the grain orientation for the backs. And I've got this Apile, it's all been sliced up. Let me get rid of these. It's all been sliced up and sanded to thickness, and it's sanded to 0.106 inches. And then with final sanding, after the guitar is assembled, it'll be down around 0.095, which is ideal for acoustic guitar back. But these marks here help me to keep the wood organized. So before I slice it up, I mark the wood, and then I can push it back together, and I know which pieces were back to which pieces, and that helps with grain matches. So see, if you have two pieces that are sliced next to each other, you can open them up and you get a grain match. So what I'm trying to do here is I've got two selected here the way I like them. And what I'm going to try to do is I set this up. I don't think the lights are really helping here. I set this up, that might be a little better, but even the fluorescent lights. But I was thinking of, normally you would cut them like this, straight with the grain, and then it's going to get a back strip. In fact, here's a sample of the back strip I put together. This is just clamped between a couple of boards, and that's the stock that I'm going to make the back strip out of. That's the stock there. It's a sandwich of figured maple, and then ebonized Angria, and then a slice of maple veneer, and then another slice. So it's black, white, black on each side of the maple. And it's about 5/16 thick, but it's really highly figured. And when the finish hits it, that's going to be gorgeous. I wish I had the light on for that. Yeah, that might pick it up. But the back stripe's going to, and this is kind of the motif for the guitars, is a lot of this figured maple and the black, white, black. So anyway, that strip's going to go in the middle, in between here. It's called the center strip or back strip. But I'm thinking of doing something in which I turn and I cut my material out like this on an angle. And what that does is it takes the grain is running this way. That way there are the two halves. The grain will run together and it will make like chevron shape. And you can kind of see that if I put a mirror right here. I don't know how much the light is torturing that. Maybe that's a little better. But now you can see that the grain runs this way here with the back strip. I think it's going to be gorgeous. So anyway, that's what we're working on today. In this episode, we're trying to join the backs together. And so I've got them roughly thick, no, they're thicknessed. And I've got a taper cut on the table. So then I jointed it once with my power joiner. But now we need to get this nice and straight. So I'll take this and put it down here on the shooting board and hold it down. This helps to hold the thin stock down. And it just takes like one or two passes. This is a very old number 8 Bailey jointing plane. 24 pounds of straightness. And so I can take this on here, make a pass, and make a pass. And that gives you beautiful little shadings of cleanness. Now we come over here, and what we're hoping to do is to establish no light between the two. And when we get it just right, there's no light in the joint. See, if there was a crack in the joint like that, you'd be able to see it. So we get it jointed together just right. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. So now this joint, now we'll put this together with the center strip in it and glue it up. So our center strips are all prepped and sliced and sanded to thickness, and then the backs have been jointed. And here we've got them clamped up and then freshly out of clamps. Next, I use my plexiglass template to bore the alignment holes and then cut them out slightly oversized, and there it is.